Mr. Speaker, we believe there is very much infectious and incurable diseases all around the world because we do not screen enough of immigrations going in and out of the country. That is why we are going to propose this motion of banning foreigners with infectious, incurable diseases from entering the country. Okay, we are going to set this. Okay, we are going to set the case in Australia because we know Australia have a very high immigrant numbers, and okay, we are going to define what our incurable and infectious disease are. Okay, incurable and infectious disease are diseases that can be transmitted to others by all terms, all forms of ways of means and deadly, and is currently cannot be curable by medical science, which are obviously like H1N1 and AIDS. Okay, how we are going to do this? We are going to it's a mechanism. We are going to set a mechanism where we will incorporate with the other side of the government, which the immigrants came from, and okay, we are going to incorporate with the other side of the government when these immigrants, whether with the intentions of permanently staying in our country, or with the intention of immigrating as a tourist, we are going to incorporate with this other government to make sure they do a screen test on their side. And if this person, these results of the screen test will be, we will set up an integrated system to actually update the results of the test. And if this person or the immigrants with either intentions of immigrating permanently or as a tourist fail the test, we will automatically reject their application. And if they pass, and once they come over to our country, we will do a double check, Mr. Speaker. And this screen test that we will do will be, let me finish first. This double check of screen test that, please sit down, I'll take the lecture. Double check of screen test that we will do will be at any forms of any ways of entrance to our country. It doesn't necessarily mean airports only. It can be anywhere, in any forms, any entrance to the country. Okay. Let me finish first, because I haven't finished with my mechanism. Okay, if this person failed the second test, their application will be rejected as well, because we know, Mr. Speaker, that there are some diseases which need times to be detected. So we believe that, therefore, our second or double check or second screen test will be able to detect this kind of problem. Yes, please.
Are you proposing that anyone who comes to the country should go for 2 tests as well, double check? And then if so, if when the motion says banning, then why you cannot say 2 tests?
Okay. What we are trying to do is that we are trying to prevent the because we believe that prevention is better than cure, which will be my first honors. Okay, I'll get back to you on that later in my arguments. Okay, let me do some samples because I'll be talking about how prevention is better than cure, and June will talk about tax-paying money, interest of tax-paying money, and how we are going to protect the local resources and the harm principle itself. And Hasmina, which is the week will, if she has time, she will also maybe talk about utilitarianism. Okay. Moving on to my first point. Okay, prevention. What we are trying to do with this mechanism, is that we are trying to prevent this incurable, this infectious disease from getting into our country, because we believe that by preventing something from happening, we are actually doing a very good thing for the citizen itself. We can, what happens if we allow these immigrants, whether with intentions of as tourists or intentions of permanently staying in the country, to actually come here with infectious diseases? We are actually harming our citizens, Mr. Speaker, and this, therefore, what will it lead to? It will lead to more of deadly disease, which at the end of the day will need more cure, which will need more cost needed in treatments and etc. So what we think is that we are trying to prevent this kind of thing from happening on the first place. Is that by putting this mechanism, we are actually helping the citizens from getting infected by these deadly diseases. It is because we believe, Mr. Speaker, that prevention is always better than cure. And okay. So what I have said just now, okay, let me define again what I have said just now. We are going to do a double check. We are going to incorporate the other side of the government. We are going to make sure that these persons who are going to immigrate into our country, whether the intentions of staying permanently as a resident or as a tourist, to actually go through this pre-test so that we can be sure that no infectious and incurable diseases are actually entering our country and harming our citizens and public. So, point of information. So, and with this mechanism and with this noble intention to actually protecting our citizens from infectious and incurable diseases, we will be proud to